Bandai announced a few weeks ago that they will be reprinting old One Piece trading card game sets. For those of us who have boxes left over that we didn't open, should you take the risk and open now? Or should you just keep them sealed and see what happens? The answer is going to depend on what you want to do. I am Sakti, and this is Two Girls One Up. Stay with me, and I will give you the answer. About 7 months ago, I bought 3 boxes of Pillars of Strength. Because my LGS never really organized any event, I didn't get to open this. Same as I didn't get to open a lot of packs that I found in the wild, including some old ones like this Paramount War and some other from Pillars of Strength itself. I bought a few. I found them while strolling through Walmart. We were doing our grocery shopping one day, and I just found this, and I thought that at that time, One Piece, was interesting to me because we had just started watching the anime. I was playing an online game that later turned out to be not official, so I stopped playing it, but it had already piqued my interest. So, I really wanted to play. Long story short, my LGS never really did anything with it, and no one was playing around, so I was left with 3 of these boxes. I put them in a closet like any good TCG player or YouTuber streamer does, and I simply forgot about them because I was busy doing something else. Now, fast forward, and you're going to see one of our videos from about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, where I discuss why One Piece has become one of the hottest trading card games ever. So, I discuss and I provide insights into collecting, which is what I have been mostly doing for this set rather than playing. If I'm not going to be able to play with other players around the region, then I might as well collect it because the cards are absolutely gorgeous. So I showcase some Japanese product. I have some here that we're going to be opening today, and I'm going to be showing you what they have inside, etc. And now that Bandai has announced that they're going to be reprinting some of this, Pillars of Strength rose in value, obviously not as much compared to the Romance Dawn, the first set, because you have very competitive cards here that are in meta right now, one of them being this Charlotte category. So a lot of people who had been saving this either because, they rose in value, then they're going to keep rising, it's sealed product, the reprints are not going to be sealed, or at least not many of them, etc. The question is, should you open your old boxes and, see what you get, try to sell it, or should you keep them sealed? Well, my friends, as I mentioned in the intro to this video, the answer is going to depend. Are you looking to collect? Are you looking to play? Or are you simply looking to flip, like many people have been doing, unfortunately, in the One Piece community? For us, since our last video and after I got the call from my dear friend David, we started looking more into making affordable decks, and that's why I mentioned that if you want to play, you don't necessarily have to buy like the very expensive stuff. You can always look for the budget decks that are available out there and cost around 100 or less depending on what you're building, like the Blue Nami deck, etc. So now that we have a goal in mind, which is to play, then we're going to be opening some of these boxes. And for those of you interested in knowing, should I sell right now before the reprint hits? Well, it's kind of late news for you guys, but the reprint is already ongoing. Some of the One Piece centers around the country, around the US, are already starting to get some OPO3 and OPO4 boxes for MSRP, so around $110. So there you have it, my friends. It is up to you. Now, what can you expect from the hits of any normal box? That's what I'm here to show you. The short answer to that is that you shouldn't really expect much. Right now, paying over $150 for any box, which actually I went to my to the webpage where I ordered these boxes from, and I checked how much I paid for them about 6 to 7 months ago, and I actually paid around $150 for each one of this. So yeah, they were not MSRP back then, so having the option to now buy this at MSRP is actually amazing for the health of the game and for the collecting too. Maybe not so much for the flipping, and that's why many people may be angry. But I think that overall, any TCG really needs to have accessible and affordable cards for everyone to be able to play. Right now, and as I have mentioned before, yes, you can do budget decks, but it's always nice to have a competitive deck without having to throw tons of money down for it. So, collecting-wise, I'm not really expecting much out of this box. Play-wise, I hope that we get some nice stuff so that we can start playing. And that is what I'm going to be showing you today, my friends. So let us start ripping some of this pack, shall we? Alright, so we begin with Frankie's sisters. Here we have Jabra. So from CP9. Oh, Kami. She is so cute. Absolutely. Usopp's rubber band of doom. You know, when the Straw Hats were fighting the Arlong pirates. 1-2 Django. Once again, one of those initial villains. Or I think maybe one of the very first villains that Luffy and his crew started fighting. Here we have Django. And here we... Oh, okay. Well, damn. Okay. I may have to go back on my words there. I know that this is an amazing looking SR Altar. This is one of the wanted posters. Generally boxes aren't this good. You end up with, you know, maybe your 2 SRs. Here we have our dunk card. Your 2 SRs that are just mid-range value, but I think Kaido is actually one of the higher value cards from this set. The wanted posters, a lot of people are trying to complete them, so this was actually a very nice hit. So from a collector standpoint, the box is already paying off. Very nice. Player-wise, you know, I didn't recognize any of the cards that are usually on some of the top tier decks, but maybe I am missing on some of this, so please let me know in the comments. Here we have Josuke and Johnny, so these are Zoro's sworn brothers who also showed up when they were fighting Arlong. So Black Cat Pirates, Charlotte Galette I haven't met before, Jerry, Gum Gum Giant Gable. Alright, I think I've seen this in other decks before. Bobbin the Disposer, I just met this guy just yesterday. We are right out of the island, the Fishman Island, and now here we have Big Mom. Oh no, this is Napoleon. Oh, interesting. It looks like Big Mom. Here we have Rob Lucci from CP9, and oh, we got a Charlotte Cracker, which I think is another one of those cards that is being used in competitive. So very nice hit so far. And I remember that usually for this, you know, Pillars of Strength, this is the first time when the Big Mom Pirates were introduced, and well, that's very cool to see. If I remember correctly, this is also the set where you have some of the film characters. So hopefully we can get some of the Straw Hat film crew so that we can build the new green Uta deck, which luckily we have been able to find. Oh, this is Kaya. This is a very nice card, and I know it's included in several decks. Alright, and here we have Nami when she was in the Arlong Pirates. Such a sad time for Nami. I really love her character, as many of you do. So yes, I was talking about the availability of the Utah deck. If you haven't been able to find the deck in your house, if you haven't been able to find the deck in your region for MSRP, let us know. They are still available at our Walmart for MSRP. Actually, what we have noticed, oh Mumu, and Hachan is nice now that after we are the Fishman Island. Alright, we got our first leader, Lucci. And here we have Boscott Mochi. I still have not met Katakuri, so looking forward to that. And Firefist, nice. If you haven't been able to find the Utah deck for MSRP at your city, let us know. There are still some available at our Walmart and I think maybe Target. So we'd be happy to be the intermediary to help you get one at MSRP, my friends. You don't have to overpay for anything, even if you find them in let's say on eBay or other websites for more. The deck itself is going to remain competitive for around 1 more month. So that's why all of those film Namis are very expensive right now. So just for your awareness, you don't have to overpay for things. Oh, the soap sheep, that was so funny. And you can start, oh, Kuro, you can start thinking of what to do for the next set releasing, which is going to be OP06. And OP06 has that very anticipated Zoro manga. I am personally looking forward to it, and I hope that we can get some boxes. We unfortunately did not pre-order in English. I ordered in Japanese, and oh look, we got Iceberg. So, oh, that is very cool. The foiling of this is very nice. I particularly love how the compass looks like, very rainbow-like. Very nice. Wow, okay. To be honest, my friends, I did not expect much from this box at all. I've been pleasantly surprised, so I'm enjoying what I've been seeing. So far the hits have been really nice. We got the wanted poster for Kaido. We got Charlotte Cracker, Parallel, I think. Although it doesn't have the star, so maybe not. And then I got Iceberg. So the nice. So he's a leader. Interesting. I always love his little mousy. Well, my point with this video was to say that if you are going to be playing or if you're going to be collecting might as well open this, my friends. One Piece and just trading card games in general are made to play, to connect with others, to have fun, to enjoy a nice relaxing day, just like you're enjoying this video after a long day of work. Nice, we got Ace and Charlotte pudding. So I've never really understood this new culture around buying product and just scalping it and flipping it off. I just don't understand it. These cards were made for playing, for connecting, and for helping us relax. So, for those of us who are expecting nice big prints so more people can get into the game, so more people can actually afford it, and so more people can play it, these are amazing news, and I am very happy that Bandai is finally taking a stance in this so that the game becomes affordable, and thus it helps for the longevity of One Piece. A similar situation recently happened with Lorcana, where the first wave was not sufficient to cope with demand. The game was very popular, and to be honest, my friends, the game is so much fun. To those of you who have been, oh nice, Nami Blue Leader, excellent. So this is one of the cards that we needed, so we can finally complete one of those budget options that I mentioned before. And the Sanji Bin Smoke family, he looks so sad. We're still not at that part of the series, so looking forward to that. Lorcana has really come a long way in terms of product availability. They reprinted quite a lot. They brought the first chapter boxes from almost $400 to about $150 for a while. Now they're back to like $200. So finding some blisters in Target and other stores, Walmart, just became much easier. So I am glad that they did that, because now we're actually playing a lot more Lorcana. We introduced a lot of our friends to it, and honestly, my friends, we haven't complained about that at all. I show you some openings for Lorcana, like gift boxes and some blisters and etc. But just being able to get some of these cards in the wild and opening the packs, as you know, with our friends, with the community, as the game was intended to do. Oh, an SR Kaku. That's what we really like, and that's what we enjoy. And now with the third set coming out at the end of the month into the Inklands, I am so stoked. I was able to pre-order a couple of boxes, and to be fair, guys, Lorcana just plays like magic, at least to me. That's why we've been having so much fun, and the different characters and mechanics are very unique. I am very impressed with Lorcana overall, and my honest future prediction for that game is that it will stick around for a long while. Not only is it backed up by Disney and Ravensburger, so both companies have a lot of money, and oh nice, 3000 Worlds. That's another card that we needed for one of our decks. And here we have Krieg, Dun Krieg. Alright, this is one of our SRs. So that is what One Piece needed. One Piece needs product availability for player interest. Because there were no players around our city, we just lost interest, and that's why I just put everything in the closet and simply forgot about it. And then after seeing on Reddit that these boxes were going to the moon, I really worried about the longevity of the game, Collectability wise, this game is fantastic. The manga rares, oh nice, very nice done. Collectability wise, it's just amazing. The manga rare cards, the manga parallels are just fantastic cards. Just visually, collection wise, the rarities, is high enough that you're not just going to be pulling this out of every box that you open. So that's why I really enjoy One Piece. It's very similar with Lorcana, in which the Enchanted, you have a chance of getting an Enchanted in 1 out of every 2 to 3 boxes. So the chances are not high, friends. Oh, Shirahoshi, she is so cute. I really like her. And another Nami, very nice. I have not seen any of the film straw hats. I don't know if they're rare or something, but anyhow, hopefully we can get some, and I think that they are from Pillars of Strength, so if I am correct. Now, one of the things that you may be asking yourself, and I showcase some of the Japanese product, Kimi, should you buy English or Japanese? Well, given that we are in the US and we want to play the game, we have to play in English. So we have to buy English cards. With the product being scalped and pre-sold so fast, we were not able to get into any OP05. We simply could not find it anywhere. It was simple as that. None of our LGSs carried it. They were allocated maybe 1 box and it sold out immediately after they put it on the counter. And it was just more of a pain than anything trying to get a box. And honestly, my friends, I wasn't going to be paying over $150 for OP05 boxes. It wasn't worth it. And those were scalp prices at that point. And it's simply not good, because one of the main things that I have always told you in this channel is to not feed the scalpers. Don't feed the scalpers, because once they start making money out of you, once they start taking that hard-earned money simply because they don't have lives and have the chance and go and look nice and go and look for this packs during the day when most of us are working, that only encourages the scalping culture even more. And so that's why I rather not buy when the price goes above $40 from MSRP. That's why I did not buy from certain YouTubers. That's why I did not buy from most online stores and Facebook groups, because scalping only encourages more scalping. So this is why very nice, we got an Usopp SR. This is why Bandai is reprinting. Enough people have complained, enough people have raised their voices to point this practice out, that we are now going to be able to play this game like the developers intended. And I am very happy about that. Okay, let's see. So regarding the Japanese, I have been collecting in Japanese. The main reason has been the price. So as I have mentioned in the channel before, Japanese prices are probably a half or a third of what they are in English for the top cards, like the Altart SRs, and I can see something over here, so let's see. Like the Altart cards, the manga parallels, etc. So for those ones, let see what we get. Nice, we got a Charlotte Perospero. And they are much more accessible, even if you buy them from Japan itself and ship them over here to the US, then the price is still a fraction compared to English. And remember, part of that is because of product availability and the scalping that has been going on. So honestly, it was just much easier to pay, let's say $500 for one of the parallel alt cards, like for example the manga chunks, or pay 900 for a manga Zoro, or now close to 1,000 for a chopper, compared to the prices that they're going to be in English. Even for OP05, the signed Eiichiro Oda card is about 1,200 in Japanese, and if you look at the same card in English, it's going for around 3,000. So from 2,500 to 3,000. So $1,000 is a big difference, guys. And maybe for some of you it isn't. For a lot of people it is. And I think that we need to understand that, and we need to respect that. And some of you may think, well, it is a collectible, it's going to be much more expensive. That's why there is an option to collect in Japanese. So it is something that I hope many of you have considered in the past. Right now we are so early on in the game that the value of Japanese cards is not fully appreciated. And a very similar thing happened with Pokemon back in the day. And one of the things that I want to point your attention to is that in our last video, I showed you that some of the English cards did have QC issues when you compare the same card in Japanese. So, Japanese cards are printed in Japan, and we know that they have higher standards of quality. Oh, nice, we got a poly, another one of those useful deck cards. So a lot of the printers in Japan have higher QC standards compared to the US. And I know one person that I recently met let me know that some of the printers that Bandai uses are actually in California. So some of these cards are actually printed here, even though it says like made in Japan. So the quality standards in English don't really hold up 100% to those in Japan. And it is the exact same thing that we see in Pokemon. Japanese cards just have a higher chance of getting a 9 or a 10 much more frequently compared to the English ones. So, if you are considering and maybe collecting for now and then selling in the future, you never know. I think you have to think of collectibles as some assets. Yes, it takes time, it takes money, it takes patience to be able to have a nice collection, and it takes effort. So eventually, oh, very nice. So we got a Charlotte category leader. So eventually, you never know what is going to happen in the future. A lot of this product may have to become liquid assets for you, and sometimes you have to sell it, due to circumstances that were unforeseen, etc. So I think that it's always important to keep that in mind, and to don't just think of, oh, it's not in English, I can't read it, and just completely reject it. Once again, we are so early into the game that a lot of these cards in Japanese may gain further value down the road. Higher QC means higher grades, and remember that if you are in the buying and selling market, and if you want to keep or be mindful about what you end up doing in the future, then, well, usually people want to do graded cards for buying and selling. You not only prove the authenticity, but you can also show that the cards are in good condition. And buyers, like collectors who have more money, usually prefer those compared to just other raw cards. So that's why it's always important to keep QC in mind. Now, let us do a recount of what we got with the box and where are we headed from here. I really like this Kaido wanted poster. To be honest, I did not expect that we were going to pull a card like this, and nor should you. I think that we should all buy boxes with the mindset that we're not going to make our money back. This is what it used to be back in the day. I know that COVID really brought these really high expectations that every box that you open should give you back more value. So I don't think that needs to be the case, and in this situation we got lucky. You should not expect to get one of these cards in every box that you open. Usually you would only get, like, some of the SRs, altards, etc. But the wanted poster was kind of like the exception to the rule. Now here we have a Krieg, one of the cards that we were also looking for. It's an SR. And here we have Charlotte Cracker, which I think this is one of the altards. And then here we have Iceberg, one of the parallel leaders. So very nice to see him here. I wish it could have been Nami. That Nami is just absolutely gorgeous. And I hope that at some point I can complete that collection, most likely in Japanese, because, English right now is still very hard to get, even with some of the reprints hitting the stores. So I really want to complete some of that. So hopefully we get to do so soon. So in total we got, these are our 2 big hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we got our very nice Sanji down over here. Very cute. Okay, so now that I have shown you what it feels and what it looks like to open product in English for OPO3, which it was a lot of fun, I'm not gonna say no. I have a couple of blisters from Paramount War that I want to open, and then after we do this, and maybe let's do 2 more from OPO3. Let's see what we get from this. After I do this, I'm going to be showing you some of the products that are still not available in English. One of them being this, let me open this. It is a box, a deck box having Luffy, and it looks pretty neat. And then the other one is going to be the Utah Premium Card Collection, which has been out in Japan for quite a bit now. The pre-orders in English sold out immediately in like 15 minutes. And then I also want to show you the ultimate deck, the 3 Brothers. I know that there is a very special like single pack that you can get some black and white art. So I am looking forward to seeing what that is all about. All right, there we go. These are kind of tough to get out of the packs. Okay. All right, now let's see. We got Gaimon, Pearl, Kiwi, and Mozu. All right, let's just go through it real fast. Okay, we got a liter pack. And we got an Emmy. Nice. Very cool. Let's see what we got on the other one. Let me grab this and put it under here. All right. Okay, so we got Kokoro-san and Charlotte Pudding. Very cool. So the packs were just no SR hit or anything, but once again, this is what you would normally expect just from opening a pack. You don't really expect to get any hit at all. So I just want to bring your attention to that, my friends, even though that's why it's not worth it to buy at those scalped prices. So always be mindful with how you use your money. Remember, we work our bums off to be able to afford our hobbies and have fun. Wow, these were much easier to open. I think that it was... Oh yeah, there's some tape over here. But that is easy to get rid of. And especially since these packs are a little older. Okay. There we go. It's just a matter of getting the card in the tape in the right angle. Now, this is going to be very illustrative. Each one of these, the box of Paramount War in English is going for around $350. The Romance Dawn, which is the first set, is going over 500. I think now close to maybe 600. And we're going to see what we get from these packs. And this is why I strongly advocate against buying at scalp prices. These packs are being sold at $15, $20. Let us see if we can actually make $15, $20 out of them. And you can see the pack that feels differently. It's when they were first made back in the day. But honestly, we're just talking about less than a year. Or a little bit over a year. Maybe less than a year and a half. Oh, so, the film characters actually come from the second set. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, my hawk. Nice. I love my hawk. Rakudo, Toki, Morley. Okay, Hannibal. I didn't know who this guy was back a few months ago, but now I do. And then we got Edward Newgate. Very nice. Okay, so I don't really know the pricing for Whitebeard, but we'll see. I'll show you in the video. Dogura. Oh, nice. Law. Trafalgar Law film. Deathwinker. I love it. Crocodile. Oh, guys, I see something very interesting here. Yes, we got a Nami. So, one thing I wanted to mention about that, I know that this Nami just became extremely, extremely expensive, like from one day to another, and that is because of the Utah deck. So, once again, one of those things that you don't expect to pull. For some reason, we were able to get 2 SRs out of 2 packs. Once again, if you compare this to the other 2 pillars of strength, this was extremely lucky and very unlikely to happen just from opening 2 packs. So I just want to bring your attention to that. Okay? For some reason, my hands are on fire today. So I'm just happy that we got these 2. Would I say that I made my money back? Well, if I were to say that today, then yes, because this Nami is going for an overinflated fake price. If I were to sell this, then yes, I would make back what I spent in those 2 Paramount War packs. But other than that, when the reprint hits, and I am really crossing fingers for Bandai to reprint O1 and O2. Then at that point, we are going to realize the true cost, the true value of these cards, which should not be above $5. They just shouldn't. So, my friends, that is my impression. Please let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Alright, now time to showcase some of the Japanese product. And let us move this over here real quick. We can put our dons in here. And then these were our leaders and hits from OPO3. And this was our hits from OPO2. Now, I have this, let's begin with this Luffy card collection or little card deck holder. So you can see it honestly feels rather cheap. But what I was interested in was these cards in here. So let us see what they have. And it has a nice separator, so for your deck. So if you're making a Luffy deck, then this will be nice. Once again, it doesn't feel that great. The deck holders that Bandai makes and the One Piece holders, I just haven't been very impressed with them. There's better ones in Etsy. But I did want to see these dons, and so it seems like we have several of them inside. So let us see. It seems like it's the same one. It's not hollow, it's just normal. And seems like we have our tendons. Nice, okay. So I think the box overall was like maybe $5 or so for tendons that have, you know, the three captains. I think that is actually a nice deal. That it is priced at what it should be. So I'm glad I picked one of this up, and the dons are just very cool. Alright, so that's the first one. Now the second one, the Uta Premium Card Collection. As I was telling you guys, this Uta Premium Card Collection just ran out in less than 10 minutes in English. And so you can see why the cards are just gorgeous. And I think that they're actually rather useful for some decks. So let us see here. Alright, let's see what the cards look like inside. Oh wow, they are very pretty. So here we have, this is the first card. Very cute. I have not watched the film yet. Oh, she looks so cute. But now I'm super interested. I just did not want to spoil anything, and you know, in English I think that these were going for around maybe $40. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna list the price over here, and sorry for the very bright light over here. These cards are just gorgeous, and once again, collectors love this. I love this, absolutely. It's just like a very nice like booklet. I'm not so sure about having to remove the card. Okay, it's not too bad. I always feared that I'm going to damage the cards when I take them out, but these are just gorgeous, and they're actually rather easy to peel. You just have this band in the middle that you have to overcome. This is a very cool leader. I am in love of these like leaders with the border that is striped, so I really like this. I'm looking forward to the English version. and being able to use her more. And last but not least, the Three Brothers deck. I know in English this is going to be an awesome deck. It's very good in Japanese, but I don't speak Japanese, and I don't have any Japanese friends to play with. So even though we have the cards, we don't really have someone to play with. Alright, so this deck comes with another one of the deck holders, and let me show you here. It also comes with this 3 Sabo, Ace, and Luffy cards. Alright, so here is the pack that I was telling you about. This is the one that will contain the black and white card. So we're going to open this last, and I want to show you. I think these are the instructions of how to play, which is nice, you know. Not everyone has been playing since Roman's Dawn, so it's always good to have a reminder of how each thing is played, how to use the dawns, strategies, turn, etc. Alright, now let's look at the box. Nice. To be honest, I was a little disappointed at, what happens to Ace. And I am looking forward to seeing Sabo. And it doesn't really have anything inside, it's just the little divider here. My honest impression, I'm not excited about these deck boxes. They're just cheap. The mechanism of opening and closing, it's essentially a Velcro circle, so not the most expensive thing that Bandai could give you. Now let us look at the deck. We have shiny dons. Right, let's slip it out. Here are shiny dons. I like shiny dons. And then here we have, whoa, these cards are beautiful. Look at this, my friends. This is gorgeous. That is so gorgeous. Oh, here we have Sabo. Oh, here we have Ace. Very beautiful. Once again, I really love these striped borders. Absolutely gorgeous. And here we have Luffy. Wow. Look at this. Gorgeous. I really like them. Okay, and then the deck also features characters that were important for the Three Brothers. So, of course, Whitebeard for Ace. Oh, here we have Ivankov, Okama Queen. Absolutely love him. Oh, Dadan. So, of course, she took care of them when they were growing up. And then they have these super, super cute cards of when they were kids. I am a fan of this. Oh, wow. Look at this Sabo. These are gorgeous, my friends. These are absolutely beautiful cards. So you get 2 of the Sabos. Obviously, Shanks had to be here because the Luffy influence. Here we have cute Kid Ace. He wasn't my favorite when they were growing up. And then here we have Ace in this SR treatment. So you get 2 copies of him. Oh, I forget her name. Maybe Makoto or something like that. Nice. This carp is so beautiful. It's really neat. Once again, the foiling, the patterns is just very neat. And here we have Kid Luffy. Very nice and super cute. Luffy's t-shirts were so cute. And here we have Luffy. Very nice. Alright. Oh, and we have Yamato as well. Very cool. I mean, the quality of the deck is just outstanding. I'm really impressed, guys. And I think that ordering this in English, oh, this is so cute. This is gorgeous. I love this so much. The quality of the deck and the playability from what I've been reading is really good. So a deck that is going to be good right out of the box. Obviously, there's always modifications that you will need to include. But overall, a great purchase if you're able to get this for MSRP. Once again, MSRP is the key word here, my friends. Don't overpay for this. Remember, if we have the chance of being able to help you get something, we will do so. And remember that hopefully Bandai has gotten the message of how popular this game is, so they will reprint to demand, to keep up with demand, just like Pokemon did. And you know, Bandai has had this history of reprinting stuff a lot. So many people are worried that a lot of their collections are gonna go to zero, blah blah blah. But once again, I think that this is all derived from the fact that they got antsy, they got the FOMO, and they bought above MSRP. Always remember, if something is above $40, $50 over MSRP, it's not worth getting. Wait, because these companies know what they're doing. A lot of it might be artificial demand creation. A lot of it may just be they miscalculated, just like Lorcana did, and the market will correct itself. Always keep that in mind, my friends. That is the one piece of advice that I can give you that has kept me from overspending, from FOMOing, and yes, you're gonna have to develop strategies to control your FOMO, but overall, very well worth it. Now, let us see what we get from this pack. These are going to be crazy in English, and I hope once again that they print enough of them so that we can have the opportunity to complete the full collection. Now let's see which one did we get. And we got, Luffy! We got Luffy Kid in black and white. This is what I was telling you guys. These are the special parallel black and white ones. And here, let me grab there we go. Here is in color and here is in black and white. So very, very cute. I really like it. So once again, one of those things that you need to consider when collecting. Do you want to collect in English? Do you want to collect in Japanese? It all depends on what you want to do. Are you collecting for fun? Are you collecting with the hopes of selling in the future and that your investment paid off? These are TCGs, guys. Trading card games. You trade them. You have fun with them. And I wish you all understand that maybe some of these cards will become expensive in the future. Maybe not. So you should not treat them as investments per se. Think of them as a way to have fun, a way to enjoy, and a way to distress from the craziness of our world. Have fun, friends. Relax. Enjoy. Use that money that you would use for paying 10 times more for a card. Just put it in the bank and get your 5% interest rate back. You never go wrong with it. If you want to gamble and buy a lot of this and eventually end up with a lot of reprints coming out and you losing 50% of your money, that is your decision, guys. I can't really tell you what to do, but the only thing I can tell you is to be yourselves, to have fun, and to not fall into the FOMO. We are 2 Girls 1 Up. I am Sakti, and thank you for sticking around. We hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.